3-1 defeat at home against #. What's your overall assessment of the team's performance today?
That one's on the team. Weren't good enough in the second half, giving them a sloppy goal straight off, then having to fight back in, playing almost, he got sent off in 50 minutes, 5 minutes at injury time, so played 45 minutes after the sending off and still didn't break them down. Credit to them. We've done it before where we've sat in and stuff, but not good enough for the players on the pitch to get the ball wide, get balls in the box and sustain pressure on them when they sat behind the ball for that amount of time, which you would do, and we've done that. Like I say, they've got to have a bit of credit, but we didn't do enough to warrant the 3 points in what I want from my team. On another day, we score 6-7 goals today. We had loads of chances, don't get me wrong. We've either lashed at it, smashed at it, no composure. But yeah, not good enough today.
Going 2 goals down, did that change your game plan at all?
It does. So, as soon as you come out after the second half and you can see the goal as quickly as that, when we had possession, it hurts you. And then you've got to regroup. But within 5 minutes, we got ourselves back in the game, got a man advantage. We then tinkered a few things and we went 4-4-2, which wanted our fullbacks to get higher and get crosses in. Not so much our wide players now because they have to drag their fullbacks inside. And then you've got more bodies in the box. But we didn't materialise with the crosses, which harmed us.
So after the red card and the penalty, the momentum shifted. How frustrating was it not to get more from the period of pressure?
Yeah, but you've got to score goals. Goals change games. Proved it with their second one. You know, it goes 2-0. I said we get back into it early doors. Dan's had one that's good save. Biro's had one. The keeper's made a great save. Alex is 6 yards out, smashed it over the bar. What other one? Fumi right at the end's hit the bar. Shout for another penalty, but you're just clutching then. We shouldn't have to be doing that. That ball should have been, one of them others go in, different game. And that's how football is. Goals change games, so I'm not going to bleat on about how we could have won. If we'd scored a goal, we might have won, but we didn't do enough in that final third. Forget the chance I've just mentioned, because one of them's got to go in. If it don't go in, you ain't going to win games of football.
Do you see today as a missed opportunity or as encouragement that the team were creating chances?
No, we're always going to create chances. We need to create better chances. We need to use the ball better, but we still created between 5 and 10 chances that whole game, and we should have scored at least 2 or 3 of them. It's not about the chances. What disappoints me is now we've had 4 games at home and we've lost 3 of them. And 3 of them that, if we want to be where we want to be, all the 3 we've lost to are all very good sides. But we've got to make a home a fortress like we did last year. And that's slipping away from us. And that's because we ain't finishing our chances and we're making silly errors. So we're back to the first week of the season when we lost the first 3 games of making errors at the back and not converting our chances. Ramsgate, I'd say the only game, probably, the league game here, where we were solid at the back, took our chances when they come along and were clinical. And I said that in my interview. Today, weren't clinical enough.
Are there any positives you can take from today's game into the next match?
No, and I'm as honest as days long, and I can harp on about we got it in good air. We put the ball in the box when we did, or we worked the ball in the chances we had today. You could win 4 or 5 games of football, and we weren't good enough in that final third to kill a team off today. That was, in my opinion, similar to us when we had our first 3 games that have been a bit of a barren run. With speaking to their manager Jay, all new player. Big lot of new players coming in like us, and you need to put people like that, teams like that, to the sword, because if you score the first goal rather than concede the first goal, I've been in it. We've done it at Burgess Hill. We concede the first goal and everyone thinks, oh, here we go again. It could have happened to them, but I've got to give them credit for their resilience. You know, we've done that. I said before, we've done that against 10 men and come out on the right side of the result because we've worked really hard. They worked hard for their manager and their coaching staff and their team. But we've got to be more ruthless in front of goal if we want to climb this league and be where we want to be.
Well, it's Kent Senior Cup action on Tuesday, quick turnaround. It's away at Ashford. Are you going to approach this game differently to the way you would approach a league game?
No, because we've got to score goals. We've got to stop conceding sloppy goals. So if I make wholesale changes, how's that going to put us in good stead for the FA Cup on Saturday? You know, it's a cup competition. We want to do well in it. We haven't got loads of bodies, but what we've got enough to fill a side. We've got enough to bring people off the bench, and we've now got to make sure that when we do get them chances, we kill teams off and stop making errors at the back. We had a good little run of 3 games where that didn't happen, and everyone was happy. We still knew we had stuff to work on, and like I say, today it's gone back to square one. But disappointing thing, when they went down to 10, we didn't really utilise the ball well enough. We kept playing down their throats through them, trying to get through them and force the errors, that trying to put it over the top and the space ain't there. That's on players, that's not on staff. We tell them what we want to do. And when you have 3, 4, 5 touches and you don't switch the play quick enough to get your 2v1s against 10 men, that's down solely on them that are on the pitch at the time. And I'll look at myself. Subs, did I make the right subs at the right time? At this moment in time, yes, because we was on the ascendancy. If you're looking to win a game of football, or get yourself back into a game of football, and you have Tom Beer, Matty Viger, Luke Holness, all attacking players on the pitch when they're going to sit deep, because Curtis done well, but I'm thinking they're the attacking players in our team, they're the goals, then we done that and we changed it, so I think we done right there. Brought Ibby on, could have took Mars and just done a straight swap, no, went 4-4-2, so brought Ibby on to play 2 down the middle against their 2 centre-halves. Kenny and Fumi, 2 wide players that come on and made a difference, can make differences as well. Look at Fumi's shot at the end. But we didn't do enough with what we done in the game, how we changed the game. We didn't do enough. So if you've got 2 centre-forwards against 2 centre-backs, you want to put crosses in more and more and more and more to make them defend for their lives. Then something might drop for you. But if you refuse a cross and then you want to come out and play across the park and stuff like that, to me that's just taking liberties with 11 against 10 without really hurting them, and that's what we've done today most of the time.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, Steve. We'll speak to you on Tuesday.
No problem, thank you.